This is not a dream. Not a dream. We are using your brain's neural pathways as a transmitter. This is a message from the distant future, but you are viewing it as a dream.
Hello, don't be alarmed. You're not going crazy. This broadcast has only a 3% chance of causing permanent psychosis, but you might get a little murdery. That's no more than usual for most people in your timeline. So, you may be wondering why I'm invading your minuscule potty-trained amoeba brains. Well, in my timeline, fame is outlawed. No one is allowed to be famous. Celebrity is treason. Which kind of sucks for me because my coworkers think I'm hilarious. So I thought maybe I should do one of those old-timey comedy videos like on the YouTubes. Well, there's no YouTubes or anything like that because someone might get popular. Then I'd be jailed on a remote prison planet of Elsa, where the only form of entertainment is craft snowman building. But the law doesn't say anything about being famous in the past. So I work in this laboratory that does some sciencey shit, and found this radio that broadcasts into the human brain. However, it has a bug. It only broadcasts back in time into the past. By the way, that's why some of you in the past thought you were hearing the voice of God and going crazy. Well, that was just a scientist dicking around with it. Sorry if it ruined your lives. Fortunately, it only works on people totally lacking charisma. So all those leaders saying God told them to invade and kill people and do genocide, well, that's kind of all on you. So I'll tell you what the future holds. I can't tell you much except it's going to suck less. As for why my society outlawed celebrity, well, come on, look what happened when you made one your supreme leader.
Our comedy has evolved far beyond your 21st century reckoning. For example, take this joke. Knock knock. Who's there? Temporal disentanglement. Temporal disentanglement who? Knock knock. Who's there? Wait, did you just knock on my door a minute ago?
That kills me. That kills me. Excuse me.
See, context matters. Our scientists had developed the ultimate joke, and no one has heard it, at least anyone who's sane. For centuries, scientists from dozens of worlds collaborated to build an AI capable of processing humor. They called him heuristic, algorithmic, holographic amalgamator, or just Ha Ha. They fed jokes into Ha-Ha's memory banks. All jokes from all worlds, civilizations, both extinct and living, and a few jokes they found scrawled on waste extraction walls. One fateful day, Ha-Ha was ready. The scientists gathered around, and Ha-Ha told the joke. Had a lengthy setup, setting a bar from what I hear, but that punchline, that horrible punchline. It was a punchline so ironic, so absurd, that upon hearing it, the scientists went mad. They laughed themselves until they went insane. Fearing the ultimate joke would cause madness to spread throughout the universe, our security forces sealed the facility, leaving Ha-Ha and the insane, cackling scientist entombed within forever. Rumors of the joke spread throughout the universe. We had pieces of it, but not a whole joke. I do know this about the punchline.
It's a dick joke, terminating neural transmission.
Our archives reveal that in your time, transgenderism is controversial. We have evolved beyond just mere gender binaries and sexual identities. Online dating, as our ancestors put it, is lit. Binary segregated waste extraction facilities are no more. Our facilities accommodate all species, identities, and genital configurations. For example, I was using the waste extraction center at a froyo
Yes, they survived the collapse. I looked over to admire the footwear of the species standing next to me, and what they had in their appendage was not genitals, as we even know it. There in his appendage was something philbicate, like the idea of genitals. Kind of like a genital Swiss Army knife. Anyway, he noticed me looking, and I fled in embarrassment to a solid waste distraction unit, where I met even greater horror. Like your fictional TARDIS in your quaint old TV show, our toilets are bigger on the inside. And laying there was a floater of impossible dimensions. It occupied the very stretches of the universe. It even bled into quantum reality. The colon of the entity that dropped this cosmic deuce must also be bigger on the inside. The floater existed in every parallel universe. And in each of these universes, Chicken Tikka Marsala also exists. Ending transmission. Ending neural link.
Oh shit! Put it away. Somebody order an extra large, half veggie, half smokehouse special with a side of ranch dressing? Wow, I was just thinking about a pizza.
At Psychic Pizza, our staff of psychics and tarot card readers predict when you want a pizza, even before you know you want one. So expect better than instant gratification when your stomach rumbles.
The cards read extra anchovies with crushed garlic and a lot of loneliness in your future.
So call Psychic Pizza for pizza delivered before it's conceived.
I see hungry people.
You may be wondering, do we ever achieve teleportation in the future? Well, I'm happy to tell you. The answer is yes. Teleportation is a reality, and I shall soon demonstrate it. The principle is very similar to the quaint little teleplays you potty-trained amoebas used to watch on your televised vision. It's simple. A molecular deconstructor turns your matter into energy, then transmits it to another location. As easy as apple pie. Except Dutch crumble, that's kind of hard. And now, for demonstration, I will now transport myself through time and space to a distant location. Transporter warming up. Quantum computers engaged. Is it plugged in? Check out what's plugged in back there. Okay, now it's working. The blue light's on. Okay, I am ready. Energize. Did you see that? Doesn't our technology astound you? I have been teleported exactly 6 inches to the right. Okay, that's the best distance we can do right now. I mean, but isn't that impressive? My matter has been transported through time and space 6 inches to the left. Really, we're working on it and we'll get better. Anyway, I have to go now. I need to catch my bus. Bye. I guess some of you are wondering, does it get better? Depends what you mean by better. You'll be happy to know that in a few decades, war, poverty, and racism will all come to an end. For a simple fact that you have run out of everything. Everything. You know, most wars are just one nation or planet trying to get the other person's stuff. And when you have nothing left to fight for, well, it kind of makes it a zero-sum game. The last war was fought over a jar of pickled cocktail onions. Well, with nothing left to eat, well, you just started eating each other. Until the only person left was a very fat but quick on his feet guy sitting on a duvet of human bones. Feeling pretty alpha? Regretting he didn't pace himself. Well, expecting to die alone, suddenly this spaceship lands, and several women disembark from it. They had went on a long deep space voyage to colonize this one planet, and realized they had forgotten hair conditioner and had to come back. Fortunately, they had with them several centuries' supply of freeze-dried food
and a gene bank containing samples of every animal and plant life on Earth. Well, they got busy repopulating and replanting, and the oceans and the forests and the plants and the food and the people eventually bounced back. Every one of us is a direct descendant of that one lone fat but very quick on his feet fat guy. We share his strong genes and his capacity to eat. You think eating a 48-ounce porterhouse in under 30 minutes is a task? We call that an appetizer. Many are asking, how does humanity fare during the Trump administration? Our archives show that humanity not only resisted the Trump administration, but entered an era of peace, prosperity, and innovation. Your efforts became the inspiration for many civilizations to come. Americans of all ethnicities, face and gender configurations and ideologies banded together and said no to Trump's racist, xenophobic, hateful rhetoric. Conservatives locked arms with liberals and took your country back. God, look, I can't lie to you. You people are gonna be shitting the bed in the next 4 years. But don't worry, most of y'all will live to tell your horribly mutated grandchildren about your resistance. Good luck. Your mind is very cluttered. Really, have you thought of cleaning up in here? I've seen porcine habitats that are cleaner. Do you expect your birth parents to come and clean up after you? I almost tripped over one of your childhood memories. I visited schizophrenic brains with more organization. Do they have a container store in your timeline because you could put the childhood memories here and the cat pictures there? I'm just saying. And do you really just leave your sexual fantasies folder just laying out for all to see? If you want this person as a mate, just go up and talk to them. Take them out for beverages, or trade livestock with their parents, or whatever it is you do in your primitive times. Is that a mass over there? Ooh, that doesn't look good. You might want to have that looked at. I hope it's benign. Ending neural transmission. What the? I broke a kneecap in here.
Mudflap opened his little diner on Old Highway 41 in Lynch's Bend. Now, no one knew what made Mudflap's truck stop chili so meaty and delicious, or what happened to all them stray cats that lingered around the back. Why, when they widened 41 and all those hippie folks came around with a long-haired bad-mouth in the US of A, they probably took the legend of Mudflap's truck stop chili all the way to Woodstock. Or when those two bossing New Yorkers dropped in complaining about how they can't find Pellegrino and wanting eggs Florentine. I hope he took home some Mudflap's truck stop chili back up north. Even today, as those dressed up women that hitch a ride in front of the diner get scarcer and scarcer every day, Mudflap's secret ingredient still has us scratching our heads. So pick up some Mudflap's truck stop chili at your local grocer before they suspiciously disappear off the shelves.
Cats still exist in our timeline, but they are not the same. For some reason, a very lonely geneticist decided to make a human hybrid out of her red-haired tabby, granting it human-like intelligence and slightly less hair. This super cat did cat-like things like claw up the furniture, climb on your laptop when you're working, hover around doors when you open it for him. They were actually kind of useless, but she decided to create more. Then one fateful day, they stole a spaceship and disappeared into the cosmos. They were not heard from for several decades, until one day, they appeared. Earth's early warning system detected a large armada hovering outside of our solar system. Turned out, it was the cats, and they had built spaceships and had returned with a list of demands. First, the surrender of Earth. Second, to be allowed on their furniture. Earth's Navy attempted to repel the invasion, but were swiftly clawed back. At the verge of our defeat, our scientists developed an ingenious plan. As the supercats approached Earth, they found a gigantic Amazon box 100 miles wide. After rubbing their nose in it, they jumped in it and just sat there. The scientists closed the box and sent him to the nearest wormhole, where it was sent to the furthest reaches of the cosmos. Humanity prevailed, and the supercats have not been heard from since. In neural transmission. And don't forget to spay and neuter your cross-hybrid monstrosity.
Thanks for listening to this Atlanta Fringe audio project. Please click like on my page so everyone knows you approve of me. Also, take some time to listen to the other great audio projects. This project was based on a YouTube video series I produced and performed called The Future Sucks Less. The series is currently in a hiatus, but you can search for it somehow. To learn more about me, Anthony Elmore, go to www.aelmore.com or just my first initial, last name.com. All sound effects are from the freesound.org project and were created by the following users: Cabino Rossley, Ralph, Sheep Films, Adam Whedon, Bones 666138, Garzul, and Cabled Mess. Thanks for listening!